Hey guys, September self-care with me, Shannon. Today is September 8th, so today is 7th day into our self-care. I want to talk a little bit about me here for a minute. I am a very spiritual person. If you have known me ever in our lives, or even so more recently, you will notice that you know that I'm kind of a witchy woman. I have certain abilities, and gifts that I knew about when I was younger but didn't know about. And then I have lots of gifts now that I know about. And I'm trying to utilize and share out into this world. Without getting too deep into that, I want to just talk about how we're all spiritual beings and we're all connected. And while some of us don't feel very connected, we still are. And this particular connection I'm going to talk about today is between us humans and the earth. We have become so technologically advanced that we forget that we're humans, that we're mammals, that we're part of this earth, that we are one and the same with every other creature on this planet, that we are one and the same with this earth. Everything living has a carbon molecule in its cells, and that is us. We are that. All the elements of the earth are in our body, in our DNA, in our cells, in our liveliness. Okay, guys, so what we're going to talk about today is grounding and earthing, which is something that some people do naturally and others have no idea what that means, and some people even just kind of scoff it off. But because we are bound to the earth, because we are energetically bound to the earth, because we are made of the same elements as the earth, we need the earth. It's not the other way around. The earth does not need us, we need the earth. And part of what we need from the earth is that direct connection, that direct energy. In previous cultures and history, shoes were something that were only worn temporary or part of the time. Walking about barefoot kept us connected, basically plugged into our energy source. Our nutrients and our minerals are absorbed through our feet, through the most porous part of the body. So we end up absorbing them that way when we're walking around barefoot. But we really just need to be connected to the earth. It is not a myth, it is actually a fact that we all have energy. The earth has energy. We all have minerals. The earth has those minerals. We need those minerals. The earth has them to provide. We need that energy. The earth has it to provide. Something I don't do enough, and is today is to remind me as well to do my self-care is grounding. I've been going through a lot of physical pain with this car accident I was in this summer. And the people in my life all said to me, Shannon, you need to ground yourself. The spirits are saying, ground yourself. The energy around you is saying, go stand in the soil in the morning with the dew. The dew will be the moisture that brings the minerals to the surface, and as you stand in it, you absorb them and take them in. You're also taking in that moisture, which is water, is energy and life. We talked about that in one of the first videos that I did in September. So I listened, and I have been grounding myself in the mornings when I go out for my cup of tea. And I bought some also advanced human technology grounding devices here, okay? These are some that are not too expensive that just about anybody can utilize, and we all really need. So grounding mats and grounding, this one is a grounding sheet, or mat and sheet. I think I have it backwards. Those are humans' ways of taking the vibrations and energy from Earth and assimilating it in the form of a sheet or a mat. And it is actually plugged into the wall, so you're getting the power source from the wall. This is not the best way to get grounded. This is not the best way to earth. Also, obviously, earthing is actually touching the earth with your feet, but this is the next best way. We live in such a, once again, hustle and bustle world, and we do not take the time to stop what we're doing. But so the first piece of advice today is, if you have the availability in the mornings, before you get your day started, when you're making your coffee or while you're waiting for it to brew or steep, or while you're brushing your teeth, run outside and just stand barefoot in the ground. I promise you're not going to get cooties and all this other stuff that people tend to think you get from the soil. What you will get, though, is the absorption of a lot of minerals and nutrients that the body really needs. There are over 70 minerals in the ground and a good soil sample, and our body needs every single one of them. We do not ingest them. We do not take in minerals and nutrients and vitamin in any form or fashion. So If we can stand with our feet in the grass, we are absorbing those minerals, because once again, the feet are the poorest part of the most porous part of the body, and what that means is that it has the most pores for absorption. It'll absorb all of that. The other thing is all of our lymphatic system drains through our feet. So if we're taking minerals right in, we're bringing them right into our body, into our lymphatic system for circulation. The other thing is we're going to connect to that direct energy source, our energy source, our form of life. Our plug in the wall is the earth. And when we aren't connected to that, we can find ourselves to be more sickly, more spastic, more uncomfortable, harder time processing all of our thoughts. Grounding is basically connecting yourself with your mother source of energy. I know a lot of people don't really get into this. They say it's a little hippie and all this, but we are humans. We are mammals like every other species on this planet. We need this earth. So to deny that there's some sort of connection there is kind of crazy to me. And the science proves that we need all the minerals from the earth, and we could take them right through our feet. We could plug our feet right into that ground and get everything we need. But so this other little thing I have here is a grounding mat. And this is not going to work. There are no pictures on the back here, so we're just not going to do that again. Basically, this is just a little mat, and I'll just pull it out real quick and show you. And for those of you that sit at the desk all day long, I think I spent like $29 on this or something like that. It's just a little cord. You're going to plug this into your port in your outlet. And what this is you would just take off your shoes and you would just sit with your feet on this at work. I mean, you can keep your socks on, I'm sure, but you could put this under your keyboard. This will help to ground you. This should help to alleviate a lot of that computer ache that people get, because computers' frequency and energy runs right into our bodies, and if we're not able to ground it and get it out of us, then we hold on to all of that electronic energy, and that can make us sick, anxious, have all kinds of health issues, mental and physical. So that's one way we can do grounding other than being outside. And then this other little thing I got was this sheet. This is actually a grounding sheet. It is on my bed, so I cannot take it out. There's nothing on the back. I will tell you this. I've been doing a lot for my pain since this car accident this summer. And I won't say that I noticed the difference immediately, but thinking about it today when I was making this video, I was like, man, I've been sleeping better. I've been waking up with less body pain. And about 10 days ago, I put this grounding mat on my bed underneath my sheets. And that probably has a lot to do with that. I've also been grounding myself outside in the morning. We need to be grounded. We are electrical beings, if you want to kind of think of it like that. We need to understand that part of healing ourselves and taking care of ourselves is plugging into our source and getting the energy and the nutrients and things like that we need. And grounding is a perfect way to do that. This is a great thing for people with anxiety, ADD, ADHD, depression, all this kind of stuff, because when we are emotionally distraught, we are not grounded. We are not one with our source. So I'm not saying that you're just going to wake up one day and go out and get on your mat and get in the grass and then just feel amazing. But if 5 or 6 days a week you're grounding yourself, you're going to notice little changes. You're going to notice that, you know, just a couple of minutes in the morning, your feet in the grass, it can alleviate some body pain. It can help to alleviate your mental stress, and a lot of other things like that, especially if you're an earth sign. So I'm an earth sign, I'm a Taurus. If you're an earth sign, so that's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, grounding is something that's very important for us. So make sure that you are doing that, because that will help to ease a lot of things going on in your life. So today's message is get yourself grounded. This will help center you, give you focus, help alleviate pain, and just all around general wellness. And there's lots of ways we can do that. So have a happy Sunday, everyone.